2 wins on the bounce, and are things starting to click now for Pochettino and for our team? In my opinion, there can't be any surprise that when you start to use players in their best roles in more familiar positions on the field, there would be like a net positive and impacts across the team. I think we're finally starting to see what this team can be like under Pochettino, because that's what we've signed up for this season. So my friends, 4 key things learned in last night's win against Fulham. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's go over 2,500 likes, and without wasting any more time, now for the first thing learned. Is this the start of the Enzo times Caicedo partnership, and as Pochettino finally tweaks our midfield to perfection? Now in yesterday's game, the positive tweaks I was seeing was Conor Gallagher leading the press higher up the field, and Enzo Fernandez dropping deeper to link up to make that box shape pivot structure alongside Caicedo. It finally felt like the start of the partnership that I've been hoping and waiting to see between Enzo and Caicedo. If you look at our average positions in yesterday's game, Gallagher had more license to attack, to support and connect the attack further field, and Enzo had the license to drop deeper as well too. But if we look at the heat maps of our midfield, Gallagher, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, you can see the balance. You can see Caicedo with the strong heat maps in those central areas deep. You can see the strong areas in which Enzo Fernandez was receiving and affecting the game on the field, and vice versa for Conor Gallagher. If you were to combine them all together to make one complete heat map, you're getting perfect central occupation. And in terms of what the players are bringing, with Gallagher connecting the field, making those supportive runs in the final third and leading the press, with Caicedo being the passing option to receive from the centre backs, Enzo Fernandez being the beautiful link across the entirety of the team in the build up, in the second phase and in the final third as well too. Even the pass maps make sense. Like if our plan is to focus play down the right hand side, it means that the left hand side must be supportive very quickly, and as you can see, look at the passing combinations that Enzo and Caicedo have with the right hand side of the field. Knowing the fact that Mudryk has strong passing connections with Koval, who had more license to push forwards compared to Cucurella. Now, what this pass map doesn't show you is that on the left hand side, Enzo now has all that space in these areas right here to make those supportive runs in behind to get inside the box, which he did time and time again. And I guess the only negative about his game was that he wasn't effective enough in the final third. And in my opinion, I think Enzo should have got a goal in last night's game. But for me, this is very promising in terms of the pass map, the team shape, and how we're looking to break teams down as well too. And let's analyze the match moments from them yesterday. Enzo here, he finds Conor Gallagher, who is really good at receiving passes in behind due to his intelligence and his positioning too. But look, when Enzo makes that pass to Conor, Enzo now is on the move, running in behind Fulham's lines, as you can see right here. Enzo, of course, playing further forward, finds Enzo down the left-hand side. Caicedo there, crunching tackles. He really dominated Pereira throughout the game yesterday. 7 out of 10 tackles from Caicedo, really dominant. Again, Conor Gallagher, great half turn, you know, kickstarting the attack, pushing us up the field. And these are the little passing combos I like, you know. There are moments, because of the relationship and partnership, where Caicedo has the license to get forward if the opportunity arises and really help support the team in the final third. Look, yes, Enzo, real like warrior spirit there. And the little like touches and flicks that you get from Enzo, it's just like, it creates more passing avenues and opportunities, you know, because he has that composure and the quality and technique to just like steer that ball with the outside of his right foot to the like opposite direction of the play. Cucurella now can make that run forwards, and we can now kickstart an attack. Little details like that. Again, Caicedo, I think, was one of his best passing performances for us. He made the pre-assist for Levi Cole, which kickstarted our first goal, in which Mudryk scored. Nice little combos there. You look at the combination. Look how close Gallagher, Caicedo and Enzo are in the midfield right there. Enzo intercepts, and look, 1, 2, 3 runners in behind right now. For me, world-class pass, Trivela pass, and if Enzo Fernandez is playing, Trivela's for fun. You know that this guy is feeling especially confident and dominant in his performance. That is what Enzo can offer when he gets to play facing the goal, instead of playing this 10 role where his back's against the play and he has to find pockets of space to move into. Like, you miss out on the passing range and the passing ability. Look, head up. Enzo calls for Caicedo to come into the space. He plays it to Caicedo. Caicedo plays it back to Enzo because Caicedo is getting ready now to make that movement in behind to receive another pass from Enzo Fernandez. You know, look, we've just taken out 2 players in their press, and now look at the origins of space we have by taking out their midfields. I mean, this is what I want to see more of, and this is what really impressed me with the midfield's performance, and what really impressed me by having Enzo and Caicedo being able to link up a bit more together in these central areas, and how that benefits the whole team. Again, see that, like, when you think you're about to close them and press them down, Enzo has that technique where he can open up possibilities that other players can't do. He makes that pass to Conor, and he's getting ready to make a run in behind to be on the receiving end. Nice little 1-2 between Conor and Caicedo. Conor plays it back to Caicedo, who carries his run forwards. Very good understanding of each other's game. Again, Caicedo, I think he played 4 out of 4 long passes in yesterday's game. Received lots of great passes from Cucurella. Plays that pass forward to Conor Gallagher, who constantly found himself in these positions time and time again, my friends. And it's these little small details here. I like the football Pochettino is encouraging. As we can see, there's always a partner in midfield close to each other. This time, Enzo and Conor Gallagher. But because Pochettino encourages positivity in the football, Caicedo realizes I must make that third man supporting run to receive from Conor Gallagher, which he does right there. And another one of my favorite moments in the game yesterday, again, the small details, my friends, but look, Enzo's receiving back to goal. He has the technique to play that pass first time off an angle, who finds Conor. Look at the position where Caicedo is at. It's a very fluid 3-man midfield where already you're seeing the understanding of like rotations and spaces from the 3 guys in midfield. Gallagher there. Nice little confidence then to trust his technique. Instead of taking another touch and playing it wide, he kicks the ball over his head because he knows Caicedo is right there. Caicedo receives great first touch back to Conor Gallagher, who plays it back to Sterling. Balance was seen from Caicedo, Enzo, by having Gallagher being the more advanced midfield player, seems to be currently the best way to use this talent we have in midfield. So that is the first thing we've learned. And for the second thing we've learned is Conor Gallagher reborn as a Chelsea player. Last night, Gallagher picked up the Man of the Match award, and for me, this was amazing validation and recognition of his form since the season has started. For me, I feel like it might be a mental thing that has been unlocked now. I feel like Gallagher feels like he is more than good enough to play at this level, because my friends, you can't be playing alongside Enzo and Caicedo if you're a bad player, because you will get shown up. That's the reality of things. And instead, Gallagher is the perfect balance in terms of defending, build up and attacking that was working really well alongside Caicedo and Enzo, complementing and enhancing the entirety of that midfield 3. And I think another key thing which has helped Gallagher is that he finally has a manager that really believes in him. Gallagher, now that he's received the captaincy armband as well too, he is leading by incredible example on that field. And yesterday, Gallagher played a key role tactically by nullifying Paulina, because Fulham centre-backs, they like to play through the middle to find their DM, but Gallagher made sure that wasn't going to happen. And that made our game plan work, because we blocked Fulham from playing those passes in the middle, which forced Fulham then to, play passes out wide, or we forced Fulham into making passing mistakes out from the back by forcing turnovers in their half. And that can only happen if you have a player who's helping lead the press in midfield alongside the attacking players to nullify Fulham's attacking plans. And personally, I'm hoping now that this more advanced Gallagher is going to be used more in this role. Conor has the capacity to recover the ball and provide balance to our midfield. That is why he was played deeper to support Caicedo, who isn't ready to be leading any pivot by himself right now. In terms of duels won, he ranks number 1 in so many key defensive metrics which matter. 1 for duels won, first for Possessions won in the middle third, 23, which is like winning tackles by the halfway line. 10 possessions won in the final third when it comes to triggering his press, 20 tackles made. He's in the right positions and he reads the opponent's movements very well as well too, which really highlights his very strong defensive IQ. As we can see, my friends, Gallagher is there supporting the play, linking up. Again, great first touch away on the half turn. He spins his opponent. He's getting ready to make the next move ahead, which he has been doing throughout the season. Now he's carrying the attack. He's encouraging movement in behind him. And he plays it outside the boot to find Palmer. Again, him and Palmer linked up really well on the right-hand side yesterday. Look how he steamrolls his opponent. Dominates, wins that ball in the middle third, and kickstarts a counter press for us. Look. There's great tempo behind his game. He doesn't slow things down. When Gallagher receives, the tempo is kept here. One touch or two touch or three touches maximum. He is not wasting time on the ball. And I think it was these moments right here now where for me, I was really, really impressed. And I'm not surprised why he won man of the match, because near this part of the game, he was playing right wing. He had a different responsibility. And I'm thinking, the guy didn't drop off his intensity. He must have been exhausted covering so much ground and distance, playing books of books from his own books into the opponent's books. And the fact that during, this moment of the game, his application is still here, where he's eating up the yards, when he's still looking to pressure the opponents and carry us up the field. These are important things. Like if Caicedo was doing that, no one complains. But when Gallagher does that, for some reason, he's a dirty workhorse. It doesn't make sense. Look at the intensity and the desire to make sure we are still pushing Fulham back. It encourages and galvanizes your teammates to help support you as well too. He can do that, but he was unrelenting from the first minute to the last minute. And for me, this is what you want to see from your captain. If you've been sleeping on this guy, it's time to wake up right now, yeah? And is Cole Palmer the missing link in Pochettino's team? This kid is really impressing me and I'm really liking what he is bringing on the ball and most importantly, off the ball as well too. Now throughout this game, how many times did you remember Palmer winning tackles and having duels against Robinson down the flanks then? Look, Shields gets his body in front of the ball, heads up, and then it was those nice passes. And that's what I love about having a left footer on the right hand side who has that type of tech to his game. It opens the field up in so many different ways. So many nice link outs with him and Enzo throughout. Look, first time ball, Enzo should have done better. The only disappointing thing about his game last night is that in these positions he found himself in, the shooting, those final moments and actions still have to be worked upon, but they're coming, my friends. But again, look how he drops deep, drops his shoulder, little shimmy, and then look how he just like attracts 3 Fulham players onto him. And then who does he find again in the game? It's Enzo Fernandez. Look, it's just simple actions like this, but the great players make things look easy. Perfectly first time weighted ball, finding Enzo's third man run in behind again. Enzo has a lot of license to make these types of actions in game now. But I like that little Mahrez drop insides. Gallagher unlucky there. But when he just comes and drifts into those like right channels, he's just finding these options where he's constantly taking out 1 or 2 players with his passes. Look right here, Paulina and I think Pereira taken out to find Caicedo. This moment right here, yeah, that's what I love about this guy's application. Let me rewind that back. These small details matter. These are the details that make you win games. We stopped Fulham from being able to play through the middle. We created panic in their centre-backs and Palmer was on point, alert throughout off the ball. Triggers his press, intercepts that and makes it easier for Armando Broja. And he plays a great weighted pass in behind. A bit of fortune, but fortune we deserve because you must create your own luck in this game, yeah? Again, drops into space very intelligently. Him and Conor Gallagher, just their movement in behind. Gallagher there on the right-hand side, creating the space for Palmer to drop into, to turn, receive, and then attack the space. Like, for me, this is what a team's about. When you understand each other's rhythms and movements and understandings. These are the things I want to see. Not predictable, always pass horizontal, always pass to the left, always play the safe pass. No, This is a proper team performance that really impressed me, and I think Palmer was at the heart of things. See, nice little skill here to change the angle. Plays it back to Conor. Again, come on, the guys, listen, it might... Yes, yeah, and see the interception too. For me, I think this kid has so much upside to him. For me, he built off from his performance against Brighton, and now I'm looking to him for the Burnley game, and I'll be looking towards him throughout the season because it seems like this guy might be that missing link to connect our midfield and our attack. So Cole Palmer, keep it up, my guy. Do we now have 2 goal-scoring strikers in Jackson and now Armando Broja? I thought Broja's performance yesterday was promising, and I say promising because he's only now returned back from injury. Realistically, he needs at least 1 more month to get fully up to speed. But the fact that he put in a performance like this yesterday against Fulham, I mean, let's look at the heat maps right here, my friends. Look at the positions Broja was receiving. You're seeing how he's like the perfect support for our attack. He's making runs in the channels on the right hand side, the left hand side, either to make runs in behind or to be like a hold up option to bring his teammates up the field. To continue to look at the stats, yes, 1 shot on target, nice little details like 2 out of 3 dribbles completed. He's keeping the ball up the field, bringing teammates into the game. He was also important in stopping the Fulham defenders finding anyone in midfield by blocking off passing angles. 4 out of 6 duels won. Unfortunately, the comp doesn't show the miss from the 2nd minute, but the fact that he created that moment for himself tells me that when he's fully back on point and fully match fit, he will bury those opportunities. When he was making supportive runs out wide, he has the ability to play the cutback cross across goal. In that moment right there, I was disappointed that Mudryk didn't actually hold his run out wide, because that was the right cross that Broja played, and he's unlucky he didn't get an assist in that moment. But look right here again, look, he's taking on opponents. They don't want to tackle him because he'll fall over and win you penalties. Unlucky not to find Conor in that moment. But when he drops deep too, look, drops deep, turns, he's taking out 2 players right there, carrying us up the field. He's drifting wide to the right, link up with Maatsen. Nice little cut inside there. Finds Conor. But when he plays the pass wide, and again, does Conor with these amazing, team things like these runs in behind. It means that now Broja can now make that run into the box, which Conor tries to find, doesn't connect, and we're very unlucky that moment did not produce a goal. But that came from Broja, creating something from nothing by having that composure to dribble, keep the ball in tight areas, bring his teammates up into the game. See, when Broja receives, there's no one inside the box other than Ian Maatsen. So this is the benefits he can receive from having a technical striker that is comfortable carrying the ball, my friends. So listen, there's a lot more to come from Armando Broja. But for me, I just want to have 2 strikers in Nico and Broja that can push each other, that can support each other, that can bring goals equally across the team. So my friends, these are the 4 things we learned in yesterday's very satisfying 2-0 win against Fulham. Share your thoughts and opinions. If you want to see more of this series, let me know in the comments. Show us some love, my friends. And on that note, I am the EFC. This is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.